So the next presenters will be Madame Dorsaf. She's a lecturer on architecture from the University of Carthage, and Professor Azeddine Belakehal, professor of architecture from the University of Biskra, Algeria. And they will talk to us about marginalized youth and heritage in Gafsa's Oasis, Medina, a sensitive approach to promote historical centers in southwest Tunisia. Please, the floor is yours, Madame Dorsaf and Professor Azeddine.
Just a second, I think I need to adjust Dorsaf. I allow her, I think, put her as a co-host. Just a second. Yes, you should be able, Dorsaf, now to share your screen and speak. Sorry, because of the issues this morning, we had to really stop if you are not speaking.
Thank you, it's okay. And please, the mic and the camera of Professor Belakehal is possible?
The name again, please, sorry. The Professor Azeddine, yes.
Belakehal, yes.
Yes, I'll do it right now.
Thank you very much. So, I would like to thank you, Professor Gamal, Majdi, all the organization committee for this opportunity and for the great job. And I'm really glad and honored to be part of this first Tunisian Hopes and of the Engage network. So to avoid problem or technical problem, I have already recorded my presentation, so I will share it with you right now. Okay, so as has already been said by Ms. Laila, thank you. We are particularly interested in Historic Oasis Center. This presentation today, it's an overview of part of our PhD research. You see my screen, please? It's okay?
Yes, we do.
Okay, thank you. Let's go. I will share my screen.
I think it's not sharing Dorsaf. Probably need. Okay, now it is. It's still not on Dorsaf. We can't hear the sound. I'm not sure why.
I think once you share, you need to share with sound, so we can hear the sound. I think there will be an option to share with sound.
Okay, I will also. I'll try again. Just. I'll try again. So. Okay. I think it will work now. So it's okay?
We can't hear the sound yet. Please put it on. Otherwise, if you could present your slides directly.
I think yes, to avoid problem.
Yes, maybe that's better.
Give me minutes, please. So as an introduction, we will say that the Saharan and pre-Saharan Tunisia regions constitute a large territory equivalent to more than half of the country. The oases are high-density populated living area and represent this territory's specific type of human settlement. Within this latter, lifestyle considers mainly the hydrogeological conditions and imperatively requires the best use of.
So I think the issue is
water at the present time, and even constitute the important part of the local heritage. This Oasis town and society look as marginalized, forgotten, fragile and vulnerable, facing the urban sprawl and modernization challenges, as well as the local condition of water stress. This study is focused on the old urban core of the oasis of Gafsa, located in the southwest of Tunisia, called Gafsa. Surrounded by a palm grove, this district is shaped as Medina and was built on the remains of the ancient Roman Numid city called Gafsa. Organized around the square, this clustered urban fabric includes a water system dating from the 2nd century. These Roman basins were built for the collection and veneration of the main water reservoirs of the ancient city. These basins have been classified as a Tunisian national heritage since 1950. This historical urban space contained 2 open-air water basins of a total area of 500 square meters with more than 5 meters deep each. The basins are linked together by means of a enlarged underground passage. The water flows by gravity from the small basins toward the large one. Near this layer are located the ablution rooms. Finally, this water flows into the surrounding oasis and irrigate the palm grove. In the historic document dated from the beginning of the 19th century, this heritage is named Roman Pool, referring to the Roman origin and to their uses as public bath by the inhabitants. This practice survived over time. Within this traditional and climatic context, poorly in terms of sport and leisure activities, the youngest people of Gafsa developed playful uses. They take advantage of depth of these basins in order to make acrobatic dives in the water. Since few years ago, the natural water source formerly supplying the basins have dried up. Nowadays, the basins filling up is done mainly during the hot season, since April to October. For this purpose, deep sounding water is exclusively used. This situation generates 2 moments, empty and full basins. So this research attempts to question, identify, and then assess the water presence importance in these basins, as well as its impact upon the great ambiances. Firstly, we ask about the influence of the water's presence in the basins upon the ways of occupying the place and living within. Secondly, we aim to know at what extent this water did generate environmental potential that affect these place users' living practice and sensory experiences. We put forward the hypothesis that the water element is a generator of particular urban atmospheres, considerably contributing to the heritage enhancement and requalification of the Medina of Gafsa. Hence, we adopted a sensitive approach based mainly on the in-situ survey. These letters investigate the urban spaces, microclimate and use practices by means of observations, a measurement campaign, and interviews with the current inhabitant of the place. To achieve our research work purpose, we will compare the various acquired results related to both past and present time situation of the Roman Basin place. This results crossing will reveal the permanences of the place from the inhabitant cultural and social representation point of view, such a set of Perceptual context is available to ensure the survival of this oasis heritage of south of Tunisia. The in situ observations were undertaken during the spring and summer seasons. They reveal objectively and precisely the user's pathways toward the Roman Basin's place at various times of the day. In addition, all aspects related to the occupation daily life within the place have been analyzed. The photographic and videographic sequences at the variation times of the day and observation point of the place allowed the study of the variation of users' behaviors as well as the urban ambiances successfully generated. The in situ observations were compared with users' expression collected by means of a questionnaire survey. This allowed us to identify the user's perceptual and behavioral conducts that are related to these historical urban squares ambiances, particularly as a heritage value place. The field survey by means of questionnaire have been undertaken at the same time as the microclimatic measurement campaign, including temperature, relative humidity, and wind speed. Their respective outcomes were compared in order to characterize both qualitatively and quantitatively the inhabitant feeling at the time of the survey in the studied public place. So, the in situ investigation results reveal that the population mostly occupying the Roman Basin's place comes mainly from the neighboring residential area. The Roman Basin Square constitutes a conversion center and urban patio embedded in the heart of the Medina of Gafsa, as well as the place always providing a place of entertainment and pleasure. In fact, a mixture of culture and touristic activity are still held in this place, like for example, cafe, museum, presence of historic homes and places of worship to visit, etc. Such diversity in terms of activities provides to visitors and inhabitants to enjoy a leisure and movement space to walk, to strolling, to discovery, but also a halt place to take a break, to reset. It should be noted that our in situ observation have also shown that when filled on water under the clear sunny sky of Gafsa, we remind that we are in Saharan context. The Roman basins themselves can be considered as a place in its own right. This is due to its special configuration and especially its function as a public swimming pool located in a harsh, hot, arid environment. Indeed, their size, depth, and compounding, like stairs, platform, etc., provide behavioral pattern and various scenes of distinctive and specific uses. These latter are mainly and strongly linked to a special experience due to the presence of the water, that of bathing. The Roman Basin's users' practice reflect their sensitive relationship with this place. In fact, such practices are strongly conditioned by the place's special characteristic, the water presence or absence in the Roman basins, but also the various elements arising from the physical and social context. In addition, the survey reveals that the user's own place perception is deeply affected by the water acoustic ambiance's character. This latter is expressed by the flowing, the lapping, and the sound of the bather's dives, as well as the related visual and luminous effects such as shimmer, reflection, sparkle. So comparing these outcomes with those extracted from the inhabitants' souvenir and sensitive memory allowed us to carry out a first interpretation about the water-related ambience's memorization. Indeed, the finding revealed that the current users of the Roman Basin's urban square underline past ambience's elements and characteristics mainly linked to the water presence and the
Madame Dorsaf?
For example, that's the case of the sacred character linked to natural sources, or the festivity linked to the cleaning of basins. Thus, it could be concluded that the Roman basins, as well as the square encompassing them, still represent nowadays a tangible historical permanence and a palimpsest place. The square is always so lively and vivacious, providing to the inhabitant as well as for visitors a leisure and pleasure space, particularly when basins are filled of water. Thus, the space becomes a distinct urban place that's, say, a territory of encounter, familiarity, collective memory, and identity. So this research's outcomes reveal that the sensory and intersensory qualities are related to the location of the Roman basins in the heart of the Medina of Gafsa. Additionally, they contribute to express even today the identity of the place as well as the inhabitants' self-identity. These heritage pools highlight the sensitive experience through the combination of visual, sound, and thermal signs emitted by the water. So, I think that the promotion of historic oasis centers through a sensitive approach requires reflecting about the significant potential of water to generate quality public space. And now, at the end of this presentation, I invite you to share more with the next.
Thank you, Madame Dorsaf.